Hey guys, this is going to be a review of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 1. So I'm finally watching Season 3, and it's really nice because after watching or rewatching Season 2, I was really excited to start Season 3, and it hasn't let me down yet. I really like it so far. Immediately, right off the bat, I feel like Season 3 has a different feeling than Seasons 1 or 2. Even when very dramatic life or death things were happening in the first two seasons, there was still overall a sense of optimism and that they were working towards good and making the world a better place. But in episode 1 of season 3, it's immediately very different. It's a lot more pessimistic. So you find out that Starfleet has kind of disappeared. No one knows how much of it is left. And Michael has to kind of adjust to the fact that everything she knew is gone, basically. In seasons 1 and 2, there's always this sense that they're like doing good and things are getting better, and Michael kind of has to face the fact that things got a lot worse. Even though she went to the future to save the universe, things got worse after she left in many ways. And I think that gives the show a very different tone that I'm very curious to see what happens with in the future. Being in the future also means that all of the characters, except the ones on Discovery, are entirely new. So in this episode, we meet Booker right away, and he's a courier, and we find out in this episode that he also protects animals, which is unexpected at the end. And I really like him. He's very interesting. I like how, well, I find it a bit odd that he seems to accept that Michael time traveled so easily, but I guess in the future, time travel is not entirely unheard of, even though it's illegal. So it would be easier for him to accept that, I guess. But I like the way that he doesn't immediately trust Michael, but he does come to trust her pretty quickly considering the circumstances. And I really like their dynamics with each other. They play off each other very well, and it's very fun to watch them. Michael doesn't find Discovery in this episode. It feels like they haven't come after her or followed her into the future. She doesn't know when they're going to come and when they're going to arrive, but I know for a fact that the actors are in the season, so that helped calm me down and feel assured that Discovery was going to show up at some point. Another new character who we meet in this episode is Sahil, who's at first you think he's a Starfleet officer, but then it turns out his grandfather was and his father was, but he's not. He's never met anyone in Starfleet aside from his grandparents and father, I guess. But he has come to work every day for his whole life, it seems like, and just waiting for someone from Starfleet to show up. And honestly, that's almost admirable to the point that it's almost ridiculous a little bit. I can't imagine going every single day for your entire adult life probably and just sit there and no one comes, but you just sit there every day. That requires a sense of hope that I could never ever achieve. But the scene where Michael makes him a Starfleet officer and they fly the flag and everything is very emotional, very powerful. I really loved that scene, and it makes me hope that we see more of him because I'm not sure how often he'll show up, but I do hope that we see him more because I think he's very interesting, and I think he could, it would be nice to see him interact with the Discovery and see more of Starfleet, even if they can't find other people. I feel like he would really appreciate that, and it would be nice to see. At the end of the episode, Michael still hasn't found Discovery, and first, and this will be slight spoilers for episode 2 because I have watched it, but because I wanted to know what would happen. But at the end of this episode, I was a little worried that it would be a while before we saw Discovery. I was worried that maybe Michael would reconnect with them later in the season or something, but they are in the next episode. So I'm excited to talk about that soon, and I will see you guys later. Bye.